Nikita Morel, a copywriter and marketing strategist for architects, and welcome to Day 8 of 30 Architecture Website Fixes in 30 Days. Today we're going to be looking at why you need to be answering the questions that are going through your prospective clients' minds when they're on your website. Something which I suspect a lot of architects don't consider when creating their website. Okay, let's jump right in. Now I want to use Bagnoli Architects as an example. So when your prospects are browsing through your website, in their heads they have an endless flow of questions. So for example, when a prospective client comes onto Bagnoli's website, they might be asking themselves, so what do these guys do? What types of projects have they worked on before? How big is their firm? Can I trust them? And as you can see, I'm sure you just saw, different images pop up on as a rotating carousel. You've got one of their projects, a gold design object, a cup of coffee, a pixelated line, and then you've got a random Getty Images, stock image of all sorts. Now look, for Bagnoli's sake, I suspect that they have not had the time to update their images, but keep in mind this website is live, so this is impacting their brand as we speak. But here's the thing. If you don't answer the questions going through your prospective clients' heads, then you're leaving it up to them to fill it in with their own assumptions. And as you know, clients come with their own built-in story about architects. So it's your job to replace that story with your own. So how do you do this? Well, you have to start with getting to know your ideal client. You need to understand their fears, their objections, their concerns, what keeps them up at night. And once you have a deep understanding of your ideal client, you can then start to preempt some of the questions they might have and use those questions by creating answers for that in your copy. So back to Bagnoli. As you can see, the images aren't consistent with their offering. So what could they do instead? Well, they could replace this carousel with a beautiful static image of one of their projects and maybe overlay a strong tagline that immediately tells their prospective clients who they are, what they do, and the benefit of working with them. For example, they might say something like, "We create homes for growing families, homes they can be proud of." Or, "We help property developers increase the commercial value of their real estate by creating marketable, distinct buildings." So before I wrap up, I just want to leave you with a good example. This is Crone Architects. Now, as you go, the moment you arrive on their site, it immediately states their approach to architecture. It says, "No labels, no limits, we are Crone." And then, if you click into their profile, you can see they've got different sections. And as you move around the site, the copy clearly starts to answer your questions. So it starts with a profile, outlining what they believe in. For example, they say things like, "The best of them stand testament to the rich history of the locale, embrace its future." Goes on to say, "Buildings are for humans, after all." It sums it up really nicely in that sentence. And then they move on to the team, answering questions of who works there and where they're based. And then you go on to their approach, which says how they work. At Crone, we are driven by real human experiences. Continues on to their methodology, so showcasing the way they work, and then finishes off with some of their values, as well as sustainability, what they focus on, and finishing off with a whole list of their awards as proof and to re-establish their credibility. So by the end of this page, you can see that many of the questions, a prospective client may have in their head have been answered. So this removes any uncertainty, and what's more is it builds trust. So I want you to look at your own website and ask yourself, why are my prospective clients reading this? What are they looking for on my website? And what possible questions could be going through their head? And then make sure you're using your website copy to answer these questions and concerns as clearly as possible. And as I said, it's a tricky one and it requires a deep understanding of your ideal prospective clients. So after watching this video, if you've realized, your website needs new copy or needs a bit of a refresh, but you don't either have the time or you don't know where to start, I can help. Send me an email at hello@nikitamorel.com and let's schedule a time to chat. Have a good day and tune in tomorrow for day 9. Thanks, bye.